front bit for the offense?
I think really good. I think Coach Day did a really nice job coming off the last game with school wrapping up and having some practices that kind of kept us going without overdoing it. Coach Vic had a couple of lifts during the week while we were recruiting for a couple of those weeks. Got a little bit of young guy work, did enough to kind of keep the old guys engaged without overdoing it, burning them out, kind of keep them sharp. And then really kind of had a game week preparation prior to being here. And we showed up on a Monday, really a Saturday game week, so kind of a normal flow, which you try to be, but it's awkward when the game is on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So today we're on Wednesday. We've kind of already done Tuesday, Wednesday. So we've been pretty healthy as far as guys, being there every day. And I think the format of what Coach Day and Coach Vic want to do have kept our guys engaged. They've been typically we have a chance to play well and we practice well. We've practiced very, very well. So we'll see if we finish the week up and finish strongly here today and tomorrow as we wrap up the prep.
In terms of personnel, when you take Nick out of the mix there at the left tackle, I assume Thayer will kick out. Was that a surprise for you guys, or had you been planning to make a move for that?
Well, I mean, we'd always, in the world of transfer portal and all that, everybody's like made a big deal about the tackles playing. Well, first, we're trying to keep the guys engaged and make sure they're all playing and happy, and it's also really good players. So the thought all along was with Nick, and when Thayer made the move to go to guard, he would still be the guy on the left side, and Paris would be the guy on the right side. Your right-handed stance, your communication's the same, the guys you're kind of working with are the same. So the thought process was that was the guards that were the backup tackles, and then we really like what Donovan Jackson and what Matt Jones can do for us at guard, and they're equally just as good, and in some ways maybe better body types in guard. Those with Josh Fryer and with Luke have been our best seven, best eight guys combo. So the deal would be naturally, Thayer would be the first crack out there. If we had to do it, then Paris would be the next one that would go to the left side.
Was there any thought at all about just for this game, like letting Paris get a start into next year out there?
I brought that up, but at the same time, the stress of the game and going from right-handed stance to left-handed stance, and he played very, very well. Recently, he's been practicing great. And I think in the offseason, I guess you kind of look between him and one and figure out who needs to be at left, who needs to be at right. There'll be some conversations that can happen as you get into February and the spring ball and moving forward and have some continuity. I think those other guys are ready to step up, and it's the time of year though. Now a little bit more with some of the early out deals, but we've recruited very well throughout the years. Sometimes it takes a year or two to get your niche. A couple years ago, we were out here and there's an injury. All of a sudden, Wyatt Davis had to start. And that was the kickoff to him having a great season, 2 great years in an early out pro, and that's the opportunities that these guys have. So it gives an opportunity now to get Matt on the field a lot more and hopefully get Donovan out there as well.
Coach Cade Stover moving to defense again, it looks like. Can you talk about what went into that decision?
I asked the defense guy. I think we just thought they were a little bit shy of some body types with a couple of the injuries. We thought with Jeremy and Mitch, Joe Royer's really come on very, very well. He'll be the third. Matter of fact, he's technically the second tight end in this game, with Mitch being the fullback kind of tight end. And then we got G. Scott. So we thought we had enough guys to manage a 1-week deal. And then we'll see how this goes. And then with the recruiting, we can decide then what goes. In my opinion, first of all, I've had a lot of fun with it because I love him. And so I do everything I can to give him as much grief as I can because when I love you, I like to grief you a little bit. And I got a lot of respect for him. And he's brought a lot of energy. When you say how's practice been, he's brought a lot of energy to the defense. I think playing offense has helped him understand maybe some offensive looks at what's going on, so his anticipation looks better, and he's practiced well. It'll be interesting how the defensive guys want to use him. It's been fun going against him, and we personally kind of look each other up and have a little fun with each other as we practice. It's been really good.
So for this week, he's just playing linebacker?
Yes. We could use him in goal line, short yardage situations, but I think again with Joe, G, and the other guys we have, typically we've only went, when we get to big goal line sets, sometimes we put 3 or 4 guys out there. But I think for what we're doing, we can either, we've got it ready where he can be out there for goal line, but we also could use the other guys. But the bulk of normal down football, he has played defense the whole time, and we have played offense with Jeremy, with Joe, with G, and with Mitch Rossi. And that's how we'll play.
Kevin, what are your impressions of the Utah defense?
Excuse me?
Your impressions of what you've seen from the Utah defense on tape?
I mean, they're always good. It's Kyle. It's what he's done for That's what he did when he was a coordinator. So I had the opportunity to play with him and a golf outing out in Arizona years ago, one of the coaches' meetings that we had years and years ago. So I got a lot of respect for him. The team plays with his personality and his toughness. They've recruited well, kids that fit their culture. They've been there so long. He and Coach Ferentz are the two elder statesmen of college ball now. It says a lot in this day and age to be a guy that can withstand and maintain the culture of the team and the vibe of the team, and the kids keep embracing buying him, the community and fan base buying him. They play very aggressive in what they do. They tackle well, don't miss a lot of tackles. Defensively, they're one of the best in the nation. I mean, they're, I think someone said they don't have a lot of interceptions, but they lead they're one of the tops in the nation in pass breakups. So that means you're still playing good pass. So you can sit there and look at some things. There are two inside linebackers, 0-1 fly round, two guys off the edge, create a lot of havoc. They always got stout, strong, leverage players inside. They're outstanding, and they're going to be a challenge, a huge challenge.
Kevin, I assume you'd prefer to have Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave playing, but where's the excitement level to see the young receivers in this game?
Well, when you say excitement, I'm sure they're excited, and that'll be one of the things for us to kind of keep them calmed down. They have played, but the aura of the game, their first time, really have the opportunity. And, sometimes when you play those skill positions, when you squeeze too tight and try too hard, it doesn't go your way. How to just let the game come to you, play as hard as you can, play well without the ball, and all of a sudden the ball will find you, and you make those cosmetic plays that make it look like you had a great game because of one or two or three catches. So the real deal early, we just get them settled down, even though they play at the hype of the Rose Bowl, the opponent we're playing, the exposure of TV and a big game. At the same time, I think as coaches, I think they've all been shared the stories of you came here to play in these games, and now it's your time. It's a great opportunity to springboard and jumpstart your next season, as you see what Mecca and Julian and Mark, those guys will do.
Do you have to build in, say, like the first quarter, they're not going to be as precise as maybe they should be just because of the excitement? Do you have to build that into the game?
I don't know if you don't want to build in the game, but you got to be ready to adapt to that. We even made the comment, the game one against Minnesota. I think we had of the 11 starters on offense, 8 guys, it was their first time starting in the position they played. Like Garrett was going from slot back to outside. That's kind of a new position. And so I think it was Chris and it was Jeremy Ruckert. I can't remember who the third guy was. It was the first, it was playing in the spot that he had played in. I think it was Jackson because he had played last year. Everybody was playing in a new spot. They're going to guard, Nick going to tackle, DeJuan in the deal, Paris in the deal, Luke in the deal, CJ's first start. Minnesota did a great job of ball control. We didn't have a lot of opportunity, but early in the game we were a little bit off. We finally settled down, made a few plays in the second half, and had a good second half of that game. But we were a little bit off. So you like to think, but you would think there's a chance early in this game. How do you play if you're a little bit off? And at the same time, because Utah's a great offensive team that runs the ball well, can play ball control, they play outstanding defense. If we don't execute and we have limited plays, you're going to get into an ugly game. So we want to minimize what you said. We anticipate it could happen. We have to find a way to minimize that, play through the ugliness, and hopefully get into some rhythm and have a great game.